Bronny James.
Yeah, James.
Holy shit.
The coolest kid in the world, right?
The coolest kid in the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coolest guy in the world, coolest kid in the world.
If you're on the basketball team and you didn't get invited, it's time to go.
You got to go to Donda.
Yeah.
I heard them singing over there. Good morning. Good morning. Hey guys, welcome to Everybody in the Studio group chat.
Woo! Number one podcast in the world.
I'll tell you what, man, we look pretty official in here. I don't know what's going on, but everything's mounted. I don't know how many mounts you can buy, Ari, but you seem to have mounted just about everything.
That single life. He's in here mounting all day.
He's not going to mount any girls. He'll mount all the cameras.
Used to be mounted in private. Now he's mounted in public.
Ari, I apologize. I'm sorry, but keep it in. Okay, we got a hell of an episode. We got a guest.
We have a guest, our friend Randall from the Gold Coast in Australia, dropping some Z bombs.
Yeah, big Z bombs.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to learn a lot there about how COVID and remote work impacted his business.
Which is now booming.
And now it's booming. And this is one of those stories that we've talked about where it's now booming and then it didn't stop booming after COVID.
Yeah. There's
now this new sort of industry created and he's capitalizing.
Incredible.
And also there might be an opportunity here. I know we have a lot of entrepreneurial listeners, side hustles all the way to really big companies. You might be able to use his services.
I think so.
Okay. And then we got a lot to talk about. We got a big week coming up.
A big birthday we have to celebrate.
We got a big birthday. We're going to do our part. I think he's happy, but we'll give him our happy birthday. Yeah. Just a few more celebrities. We got to talk about that. We're going to talk about a big week we have inflation data coming in. We're
planning to lose some money this week.
Yeah, it seems pretty rough. And we're going to talk about what's already happening. I don't know. It's a little rough. Some kind of surprising news over at PayPal that everyone's going nuts about on the internet. We're going to tell you about.
Yep.
We're going to, of course, talk about some TikTok stuff. We're talking about AI. You know, all these things where you can like draw pictures by typing in a sentence on AI.
He's a big AI guy.
Dee's a huge proponent of this, and I just don't get it.
Big AI.
I don't get it. So I'm going to ask Dee to explain it to me.
I have a new word. There's a new word on the podcast. New word.
So as you all know, if you're really a diehard listener, you all picked up the word propinquity from Anand from the pod. Got a new one today.
Yeah.
Flew right over Dee's head. And
never heard of it.
And now we...
Never heard of it in my life.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what's really funny? Real quickly before we get into the episode.
Yeah.
I had a lot of calls this week and people that listen to the podcast, they did not know that Anand and I are brothers.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
So we're that smooth.
They just think we hate each other. It's like,
yeah, they're like, damn, these guys are really open with each other. They really sort of
I'm like, yeah, they're like, so who do you do this podcast with? And I was like, oh, my brother, my business partner. And it was like, oh, that's your brother?
That's amazing.
They didn't think Drama was your brother, I hope.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Maybe they're like, oh,
are you guys adopted?
He's a little pale. Okay, well, that's good. Well, just so everyone knows, there's another thing you can learn on today's episode. Yeah. Dee and Anand are brothers. And we got a big ending. We got to check in on Kanye.
Yay.
Sorry. There's updates.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about it. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, group chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
We're all in the studio. You're welcome, Mom.
Yeah, this is a full house.
My mom taunts me every week.
Really?
Last week she said, great episode. Should have been in the studio.
Yeah. Wow. So your mom pushed you to get here.
This is from my mom.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Mom.
I like that motivation.
Yeah, it is. She stays on it too. I mean, she listens to every episode, but she really gets on me when I'm not in the studio.
That's interesting.
Happy.
It's nice to see you.
Did she listen or watch so she could tell by the sound? That's interesting.
Because it's just better. I think the vibe's just better when we're all together.
But you have a good mic at home. Like if I do it abroad, like I'm doing laptop speaker.
I don't think it's that bad. I think it's just like our vibe is
the
better
chemistry
when we're together.
Yeah. There's like a little delay.
Okay, well, enough about us. We got a guest.
Yes.
Who do we got?
We got our boy Randall from Australia.
G'day.
Good day.
Randall, good day.
I'll try and keep my international voice going. I'll try,
Yeah.
try and make it easy.
We're very inclusive. We love foreigners.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Group chat's global, number one worldwide, right?
Number one in the world.
globally.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I haven't heard any Australians on Joe Rogan.
No.
Exactly.
That's why he's number 2.
What's interesting is I met Randall, I don't know, 3-4 years ago,
Yeah.
maybe
that one.
longer. I feel like we met at like a run club, and then you were coming out for another business.
Yep.
And, sporadically spoke. And basically, Australians have been in prison for the last couple of years.
That's what I've been hearing.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're just like, every Australian is like traveling because it was so bad.
So you guys are free now.
We're free now, yeah. From January, we've been free.
What's interesting is Australians generally, at least Southeast Asia, dominated Southeast Asia.
Right, yeah.
So if you were in Southeast Asia the last 2 years, there's no Australians.
None. So like places like Bali,
Yeah,
things like
yeah,
that,
of
just
course.
Aussies everywhere.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
To go to Bali and not see Australians?
No Aussies. Was it as bad as we heard? Because a lot of times the news can never tell.
I mean, I'm not into like conspiracy theories and all that sort of stuff, but why the borders were shut and things like that. But yeah, it was pretty brutal. So like between states, we couldn't travel at all.
But what was what would you think the conspiracy was?
If you were into conspiracy theories, what would
I'd
Put your tinfoil hat on.
Yeah.
because you said that like you have kind of
you have a theory, so we want to know.
No, I'm the total opposite. So I thought it was a good thing to shut down. So we couldn't travel between states, but it would have really impacted a lot of people. Like if you had friends or family across the border, you just couldn't pass for 2 years. So that'd be like the equivalent of going from California to Arizona.
And
You
then
couldn't-
so
you couldn't even do that. I
Not
thought
at
you were
all.
just. I thought it was just like trapped in Australia. I didn't know
you couldn't even go to
No,
other cities.
you couldn't go to other cities. Yeah.
And what about like there was videos of like drones like making announcements to like people surfing on the beach and like get in your house.
Yeah, I don't think that was true.
But were things open?
So
Yeah.
it was, and basically it was trying to get zero. So there was 0 infections.
Yeah.
Like in our state.
President Xi.
Yeah.
For
So-
real.
Yeah.
Big
but-
China influence over there.
Yeah, I mean, who do you think's buying their mining?
Yeah, exactly.
But what happens now? Like now everyone's traveling, so now you're just gonna have a flare up because nobody had it.
Yeah, well, everyone had it then. Everyone got it. So from
So you've already had
January,
that phase.
everyone had it. So
So it was
only
all
not-
for nothing.
Yeah.
kinda.
So in the end, yeah, exactly. So was it for the good? I'm not sure, but yeah, in the end, everyone had COVID, and I remember it was like last time I caught up with Dee was literally the week that COVID started to go a bit crazy. I remember coming here and it was like that awkward. Do we shake hands? Like, what are we going to die if we
funny.
breathe on each other? What are we doing?
yeah.
Right.
And I think Run Club was the same.
Yeah.
And it was that week of the Tom Hanks.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
Tom Hanks has COVID.
Oh
The
yeah.
funny thing about that, well, not the funny thing.
He's Australian, right?
He was in Gold Coast. That's
Yeah.
where I am. So he was like literally 5
Just
minutes.
infecting everyone.
He was 5 minutes from my house in the
Patient
hospital.
zero.
Remember, it was
Yeah.
like shameful to say you had COVID. People were hiding it back then.
It was like you had an STD at that point.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's literally like herpes.
Now it's literally a runny nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you have COVID? Cool.
Yeah,
So
just
It's
come
kind
back.
of
Come back.
embarrassing
Maybe tomorrow.
if you haven't gotten it yet.
You what?
It's embarrassing if you haven't gotten it.
It is.
You haven't gotten it.
Yeah, I did. We all got it. We
Tested positive?
No, I never
Exactly.
tested
It's
positive.
embarrassing. You're embarrassing.
I did the home test negative, but everyone was positive in my
You're
house.
embarrassing.
And I was in a hospital with a 3-week-old that had COVID positive.
Sounds
I feel
embarrassing.
embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed for you.
Yeah.
Well, Randall's out here because his business actually took off during COVID, because it actually is incredible for those people that are building like distributed workforce and need help in the creative space. How would you properly explain DOOZOO?
Yeah, so we're quite unique. So we basically are an extension of businesses' teams. So we're like live and responsive addition to people's teams, doing their design and creative and graphic design, basically. And it's funny because I had the vision about 10 years ago to start the business, and originally it was called Outhouse Creative. And I was working in big brands like Pepsi and Mars and those types of brands. And I had this like a feeling like there's a better way to do things. And I started then, and it did well. It was like a nice side hustle for a long period of time. And then even up until just before COVID, it was a nice business.
Yeah.
And then COVID hits, and it was like, I don't know, who knows what business is going to survive, what's going to happen. We come out the other end, and it's really just the perfect storm for what we do.
Yeah.
And why? Can you explain? Like, is it because people are used to remote working now more than they were, and so something that's felt kind of foreign now feels familiar.
100%. Yeah. So before that, I had to educate businesses and I just always I need someone in the office, need someone else. I'm like,
For creative
and design. Yeah. So very specific for creative and design.
graphic design specifically.
Graphic design. Yeah. And now everyone's used to it and they trust it. And in fact, all the businesses we work with now, none of them, even the big ones. So we work with big brands, and we'll jump on a Zoom call with them, and no one is working in the office.
Wow.
So they're used to working remotely now. And this is not purely about remote working. It's about like leveraging a greater skill set as well. So hiring internally sometimes can limit, the capabilities you got. And now the demands with like graphic designers is through the roof. So that can be anything from packaging to now like animation and social media and those things. Demands on business has grown massively.
You know what I think is cool? It expands the talent pool.
Yeah.
Because if people are able to, creatively work virtually, you can get someone from anywhere in the world.
100%.
So where are your graphic people located?
So we cover the whole world.
Wow.
So we're all around the world. So our clients are all around the world, and we to this date.
Are your designers mainly Australian or?
We got some in Australia. We got some in Asia. We got some here in the States, and in South America as well.
Wow.
So we're all around the place. Yeah,
That's cool.
and our clients then are, and to date we have done no advertising. So it's all been sort of word of mouth referral. And now we're literally going to give it a big push. There's been a lot of activity in the space too. In this, I've heard a few people use the word, rather than SaaS, call it WAS, like work as a service.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few things happening in this space, and there's like a few big transactions that have taken place in the last 12 months.
Wow.
There's been 3 that have raised over $30 million in the last 12 months.
Wow.
So that tells us that it's worth pushing even harder. So
yeah. And so basically the process is you are a company that clearly needs some sort of creative graphic help. You go on DOOZOO.live and do you do you say I need help with email campaigns? You say you need help with
Yeah, so it's interesting. Every business is different, and we didn't want to create something to fit in, like try to fit in or give something to everybody that should fit into us. We try and fit into other businesses. So some business could be e-commerce brands that are trying to grow. They need Can
you do ads?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do ads, animations,
Email,
the whole lot. Yeah, so we're a full stack.
Wow. And so how do you price it? Because when you think about a graphic designer in LA, how much is that these days? 60 to 100
an hour?
Easy.
No, $1,000 a year.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I'd say 60 is even tough now.
So 70
to 120.
120.
I think so.
Easy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it.
Okay.
Easy.
So when you think, how do you guys price it?
So our pricing is based on trying to solve that problem. We're trying to make it better and for the business. So we're trying to make it an improvement on their cost and make it easy for them to budget over time. So if you use agencies, so it's not even replacing designers, it's replacing agencies. So agencies can cost
agencies are expensive as shit
and slow. So you ask for one small change, it's going to take forever and probably never get done and cost you a fortune, right? So how do you budget for that? So you might have a budget, I don't know, a certain budget for the year, and then it keeps fluctuating because you've got all these changes with agency costs. Whereas we just go, look, you got a flat cost, no limitations. You can just keep coming back to us every day.
Is it a dedicated person or is it
So a dedicated person, so you get dedicated contacts. So we make sure that you got one point of contact. But we can use different people in the team because we want to offer more services. So you hire someone internally, they've generally got a skill set that's limited, whereas we'll use different people in the team to cover the different skills you need, whether it's graphic animations or social media or ads or whatever it is.
So given the price range I gave for salary, could you replace that person for cheaper?
Definitely. So we'll probably save you 40%.
That's what Jerome Powell wants to hear.
Yeah, we like that.
And you have no quiet quitting, right? Because you're very deliverable based, I would imagine.
100%. Yeah. So the main thing. So we're not trying to bash having designers internally because a lot of the time we also add just extensions. So people might have designers we add on, so we give you more resource.
Yeah.
But we are going to save you. But we're also going to save you a lot of headaches. Like like if you're in an office space, like trying to find someone to even communicate with them on their design. You got to go find them at the cubicle. They're probably not there. They're probably in a meeting, probably at lunch. So we use a platform that we've created ourselves. So it makes it even quicker to communicate. So you put your brief in, it's gone to work.
Got it.
Whereas if in the office space, you're going to have to sit with them.
Yeah,
go
they're
through a
watching
meeting.
Netflix, having a sandwich.
Yeah.
they can
Yeah.
get-
Just listen to a
and
podcast.
My cat's sick. I got to go home. Like, you
Yeah.
know, so you avoid all those kind of obstacles using
Wow.
us as well. So
That's incredible. And
Yeah.
so is it a month-to-month contract or how does it work?
yeah, so we only do it in that way. So like it's like a subscription.
Wow.
That's the only way we operate. And we don't lock you in for long term, which is cool because the other thing is we're trying to solve that problem of I believe in it's got to be like a win-win. So it's always worked well. All our clients, if they come on board, they stay with us for a really long time. So we've got clients for years.
Wow.
So we're very sticky. So you can see the opportunity for us if we can, you know, keep growing.
Do you guys
It's gonna-
show like the portfolio of the person or like the type or like how do we get comfortable with like
Yeah.
using you guys?
You got to be careful. Hey, like I would never give away confidential information about other clients
Yeah.
because we work with big ones. So
Yeah.
we work with PepsiCo and NASDAQ,
Yeah.
Black & Decker. So we
Okay.
work with some big names. The way we work is we'll do trial. We'll do some test work with you,
Got it.
so that
So
you can
people
see how
see
it
the
works.
quality of work.
It's like how long is a piece of string? If you send over a portfolio, it's like if it's from one of you guys' brands, like you're going to go, how does that relate to me? Because
Yeah.
I'm not a I don't know supplement brand. If you're sending me all this stuff,
Yeah.
I want to see, you know, fashion and apparel and all that sort of stuff. So
Wow.
we'll make sure that we cater it like that initial onboarding or test to show you how we work. So
Wow.
What are you seeing the majority of? Is it like majority ads, majorities, or anything that's a majority that comes through your door?
yeah, it's funny. Hey, like even the 10 years we've been like, I mean, it started 10 years ago, obviously, as I said, like a side hustle and it's changed since COVID, since like just pre-COVID, you know, with e-commerce really just become rampant, like ads has become a big thing.
Yeah.
So paid ads, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff.
Wow.
Klaviyo. So Klaviyo,
Yeah.
a lot of assets to make sure Klaviyo is popping. We get a lot of that now. So it's shifting a lot to the e-commerce side of things, even for the big brands. So big brands have gone from a lot of point of sale and materials for out in stores and
Yeah.
to more about the pushes for, you know, e-com. So it's
Yeah.
definitely the priority at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, I think if for brands, especially in time like this where like people's budgets are tight,
The other
it makes a lot of sense to
Yeah.
Outsource it.
outsource it and find it. Because
Plus,
you're
if you
seeing
have like a slow time, you can not, right? It seems like it would also like, if you have maybe summer slow for you, depending on the brand, or maybe winter or whatever, you
Yeah.
could scale back as opposed to having people locked in on a monthly,
Yeah.
you know, rate no matter what. It seems like that would be, do you see a lot of that?
What we see is like being more proactive. So yeah, sometimes we support businesses that have teams internally, right? And
Yeah.
then they'll go through periods that can fluctuate. And that's where we just take on that sort of fluctuation periods
Yeah.
and leave the internal people to be maybe proactive in coming up with the high level creative. And we're just pumping out. We do a lot of the grind work. So
how big can you scale to? Because your clients are obviously big.
Yeah.
A lot of our listeners have small businesses and big businesses.
Yep.
So for small business, this makes a ton of sense,
100%. Yeah.
right? You can just clearly save more than a full-time employee. For a big business, can you take on the work of 10, 20 people?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we
Okay.
can. Yeah.
You
And
can.
we
I
do-
mean, he said PepsiCo, Black and Decker.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
so-
just for Cheetos or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Cheetos.
Oh,
No,
Pepsi.
Cheetos.
Well,
I mean, the whole
but it's a-
office is stocked with Cheetos.
It's a good point though. Like,
Cheetos is everywhere.
yeah, it's a good point because it's not like we don't do all of Pepsi, which I wish we did.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be sitting here, I don't
Yeah.
think, if it
Yeah.
were.
Isn't Canva from Australia?
Canvas from Australia, yeah.
That's a
and-
$40 billion company.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah. That's
It's
the biggest Australian company ever.
Well, no, the mining ones are huge.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if they're worth 40 billion.
Yeah, they're huge.
they're huge. I
Yeah.
don't know why. The valuation is crazy.
Yeah. Is
It's-
that what got you kind of reinvigorated? You saw Canva, you're like, they're worth 40. I'm good for 5.
Yeah, I'll give you 5.
Yeah,
and
that's easy.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's it. It's funny. Canva's interesting. Like, I think it's a good tool. Like, it helps businesses and yeah, probably more people, like individuals. It helps a lot more. I always use the analogy for Canva. It's like getting Xero or Slack for your business. just because that doesn't mean you can't keep communicating. Like doesn't stop communication.
Yeah.
Someone's still got to do your books. Like, so just because you got Canva doesn't mean your design and creative's all covered.
Yeah.
And I've actually seen, and again, I'm not, great business, but you can see now a lot of work that comes out and you go, that was done on Canva.
Yeah.
That was done
I
on
think
Canva.
it's great. Like I was talking to a lady that ran like a small gym, and she makes all their flyers on Canva.
Yeah.
And and they don't want to hire a graphic designer.
Perfect.
Their budget is like literally $50. It's like,
Maybe Canva should buy you.
Yeah.
hey, enterprise.
Hey, like, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm down for that.
Anyone over at Canva?
I actually know someone in business development at Canva.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
Drop a little,
Then we
little
get a
finder's
little
fee.
chat
and guest advisory services.
There's a cut in there for you guys. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
This is good.
Right. They're definitely that's definitely what we're trying to do. We're trying to, and there's other players in the
and
market
keep
at the
it,
moment.
in the same country.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Real big on design over there in Australia.
Yeah, it's
They had nothing else to do for the last 3 years.
exactly.
I'm just sitting there designing and mining.
trapped.
Yeah.
You
Sign
either
and
get a
money.
pick or you get a pen.
Yeah, that's it.
You choose designing and mining. Oh my god.
Oh my God. So if group chat listeners want to try this, how should they go about doing this?
Yeah, just reach out to us. So you can reach out through the website doozoo.live. So
Okay.
DOOZOO.live. Or on Instagram, just hit us
He
up
dropped
with a
his
DM.
head, huh?
I know you said it.
You said it.
So you do Z, right?
Zed
Z?
it alive.
I should have said Z, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. DOOZ.live.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, so anyone can just reach out, like, and group chat's obviously a good community, so
Yeah.
we're happy to support. And if anyone wants to chat, just jump online. There's ways to reach out and book an appointment with me, and we can have a chat. More than happy to talk through your business and how we can help. So
If they want to reach out, is it best to reach out through DOOZOO.live? Is that the easiest place?
yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So you can reach out there.
I mean, I think it makes a ton of sense. I think it even makes more sense. Put aside just the fact that people are comfortable with remote work. People are going to be very sensitive to spending money as a business. And this just feels efficient that allows you to scale and downsize as needed in this environment. And our country wants everyone to be fired and lose their jobs anyway. So it's great.
Yeah, I feel like you're only going to get more and more American customers because we have to
That's
fire
why he's
everybody.
here.
That's why we're here.
He's
Good
like,
call.
oh, well, you guys are going to lose your jobs. So you might as well.
Yeah, and like with the other conditions at the moment, like recession, inflation, all that stuff, brands and businesses are cutting back like on everything. So they're cutting back on all their costs. So but their demands on their sales budgets have still got to grow. And they can't cut back on their advertising and marketing. So it's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
And so we can help with that, definitely.
Amazing.
Well,
Congrats,
good timing.
man.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you.
really caught the wave there. And I do feel like this is one of those areas where it is just like a new habit was formed. People are now used to remote work. So I think you're golden. I mean, it's just people are now used to that.
100%.
Yeah. It's
So
pretty
look out for a Canva deal coming soon.
Yeah. An acquisition.
Yeah, acquisition's coming soon.
Yeah. What's
No, you look out for the Canva deal because we're going to set it up.
How's that Aussie dollar? Is it strong or it's weak?
No, it's
weak.
USD.
Ah, fuck.
It's USD all day.
So Canva's 40 billion is really 20.
It's really 20. Yeah, good point. USD. Yeah, we're going to
yeah,
USD.
we need a USD deal.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
How was your 18th birthday?
Do you know where my 18th birthday was?
18th birthday.
I'm trying to think. I don't even know where
I
mine
don't
was.
remember mine. I was still in Ohio.
Oh no, my 18th birthday is 9/11.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
sucked.
Jeez.
So not as good as the one we're about to talk about.
Yeah. Mine was at, I think, Ed DeBevick's on La Cienega, which does not exist anymore.
Because you would have been a freshman in college by then.
I think it was Ed DeBevick's and Margarita Jones.
Wow.
Any
Too tough.
performances?
Performance?
Yeah. Is there a stage?
Who was the big star back then?
Who headlined?
Who was at my
Jay-Z? Did Jay-Z show
I
up?
mean, you would think, right? I mean, this is the norm.
I'm trying to even think. Ali Fakari?
Told a couple jokes. Did a speech.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even remember mine. I was still just a young Ohio boy. But, I mean, we just saw clips from like the 18th birthday
Of all time.
of all time. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
better than other than all the production bullshit, which I don't think no one ever really cares about anyway, better than like anything I saw in Sweet 16. This looked like where you would really want to be at.
Yeah,
I was so jealous. I wanted to be one of the people with the phone.
You know why?
I'm surprised you weren't there.
You know why it was so special? Is, there's plenty of these like very wealthy people in LA and New York that throw their kids like the 13th, the 16th, the 18th.
The bar mitzvahs.
Yeah, and they're way over the top, and they'll like J-Lo perform for 7 kids, like whatever.
Yeah.
Those are always very cool, but like
Kind of
we
forced.
know Travis is friends.
Those aren't that cool.
They're also forced and weird. The artist hates it.
Can we talk about whose birthday it was? We haven't even said.
I know, but let's lead up a little bit more.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
artist hates it when it's those things.
Yeah.
You can tell they're miserable.
Yeah.
They're just getting through a couple of songs, a couple awkward kids. Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of bar mitzvahs with, similar like star
100%.
level people.
I was at one, if I'm remembering right, I popped into one in Miami where, no, I'm lying. It was just a Drake performance and a kid was having a bar mitzvah at the performance. It wasn't private. Okay, never mind. But these things happen all the time.
All the time.
This looked like probably this artist's one of his favorite shows.
But he was happy to be there.
He had the time of his life.
And the guests seemed like they had a great time.
Great time.
And the dad was very
The dad,
into it too.
The coolest dad in the world award?
The coolest dad in the world.
Typical dad is, usually doesn't know the words to every single song.
Usually awkward dancing, kind of doing this.
And the dad's normally not in probably some of the lyrics.
Yeah. That's a very good point. Okay, Bronny James.
Yeah.
James.
Holy shit.
The coolest kid in the world,
The
right?
coolest kid in the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coolest dad in the world, coolest kid in the world.
It looks so. I've watched the videos for 20 minutes. I sit and watch videos.
Was it last night?
Yeah.
It was Saturday night at Harriet's. Shout out to H.
H.
Wood.
Wood.
Jeez.
Holy shit.
Where was the invite,
I
Brian?
know. None of that secret little invite he sometimes slides. Oh, so did you guys even know this was happening?
Yeah.
We knew.
We knew it was happening.
Yeah.
Did you know that Travis was performing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if we even said that. Travis Scott performed. The clips are out. It just looks banana. I mean, it looks literally like a high school kid's, like a beyond fantasy. Like you couldn't even, I don't think a high school kid would even know to like dream.
No, you can't.
Like I want LeBron James dancing next to me
with Travis Scott.
with his son and Travis Scott like raging.
Like a good, like kind of recent comparison was James Harden's birthday and Lil Baby. This was cooler.
Way cooler.
Yeah, because
Way cooler.
Travis.
It was Travis. And and you don't even know who the biggest star is. You have Travis Scott, you have Bronny and LeBron.
Yeah.
And God knows who else was there.
And Bronny looks so comfortable.
Yeah, just being the star.
Bronny looked like he was performing too.
He didn't look like, he didn't have like the glazed eyes of like a starstruck kid. He was like, yo, Trav,
So-
play that one.
Yo, I need you to play Sicko Mode 3
Play
more
Goosebumps.
times.
Let's go.
Yeah, because I mean, Travis started out with the shirt. He ended without a shirt.
Yeah, that was
So he was
interesting.
into it.
Yeah.
He was totally into it.
He was totally into it. It was like a bunch of high school kids, and Travis is performing like
So I was
the O2.
Yeah,
I was
it was
like,
sick.
I was on the way home from dinner just before this with Amanda. I was like, imagine if you're at Sierra Canyon, both sides.
Yep.
You got invited, and it was honestly, it's the coolest thing. If you're a high school kid in Sierra Canyon, it's probably the coolest thing you'll ever witness in your life.
Yes. That you peaked.
Right? You peaked.
Yeah,
And-
because it's because of the little details.
Yeah.
It's because you're right there. It's because LeBron. It's those little details. Like, we've been doing a lot of like crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking nuts. That's hard to beat.
But imagine if you're the kid that shows up that wasn't invited tomorrow morning.
Oh, to school.
I bet you not that many kids are invited.
You got to switch schools.
Yeah, you got to transfer.
Like,
if you're on the basketball
play with
team and you
Bronny-
didn't get invited, it's time to go.
You got to go to Donda.
Yeah. You got
I heard them singing over there. Fucking, good morning. Good morning. Did you see that video? It looks like a little culty over there at
Yes. Oh,
Donda.
obviously. You see their uniforms.
Yeah, I would be over there. I'd have a sheet over me the next day and good morning. Like, fuck it. Maybe I'll meet Kanye. Yeah, it was incredible.
I can't imagine he invited a lot of kids.
What do you mean? He's in high school.
Yeah, but like,
Do you think it's just like
I don't think I can't imagine if you're Bronny at that high school, you're not talking to 95% of the kids at that school.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah.
What's his like day like in high school? He's now arguably the most famous teenager in the world.
Yeah.
Like, how do you just walk around, go from like first period to fifth period, then practice?
He's probably not.
He's probably not.
That's
Probably
He just
pops
goes
into
to
his
practice.
favorite classes,
Yeah.
says what's up.
Yeah.
Yo, Rachel, what's up? And then practice.
Keeps it moving.
Yo, you coming to Harriet's? All right.
I bet.
See you at practice. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he can do whatever he wants at this point of that school.
Yeah.
He's a king. He's the young king.
Young king. I mean,
The prince.
LeBron, shout out to LeBron.
I want to see what Bryce's birthday is going to be like.
I didn't see Bryce in the videos. Where was he?
Maybe because he's not old enough. They didn't let him in.
He seems a little introverted. He might have been in the back.
Yeah.
You know?
He's also taller than everybody.
Do you know anyone else that was there? Was there any other people in the videos or not really? You couldn't even see.
All I
it.
saw was Travis, Bronny, and LeBron.
And then
Yeah.
just kids.
Kids. A lot of kids.
LeBron looked like he was having just as much fun as Bronny.
I mean, think about it from
'Cause
LeBron's
it has to be,
perspective.
yeah.
You're just a kid from Akron.
You're just a
Kid
kid
from
from Akron. You got the hottest artist in the world for your son.
Son.
Like he's probably was on cloud nine.
Yeah, he plays for the Lakers. He's at the Harriet's rooftop, which if you don't live in LA, it is the rooftop of the one hotel,
On
which
Sunset.
literally overlooks the whole goddamn city.
Yeah.
So you have the most insane view. And then, it's like your kid who obviously their kids have all turned out great. He's a basketball star. He's 18 years old, senior of high school. And you get Travis Scott to perform.
I mean, just imagine even selfishly, like when your kids are 18, you're going to want so badly to be cool to them.
Yeah.
And I hate to break it to you, but you're probably not going to cut
No
it.
chance.
No chance.
Absolutely not.
And LeBron got to just...
I bet you, Bronny.
Do you think Bronny's like,
No.
yo, get out the video?
No, I
Dad?
guarantee you, Bronny this morning woke up and was like, dude, my dad's a cornball.
Yeah,
singing into every
yeah.
lyric.
Why is my
Yeah.
dad
I'm
all
so
up in the
thirsty,
video?
Dad.
Yeah.
all up in the video.
Yeah. Singing every word.
I bet he is. You
I
just have to.
guarantee you, Bronny is like, man, I can't believe
So
my
think
dad.
about
Yeah.
Bronny. By all the reports, he's going to play basketball at some college next year.
Yeah.
He's not, I mean, the rules haven't changed. You can go to the NBA, whatever, who cares? How do you show up freshman year at one of these schools?
But there's always big stars.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I don't know
After
his
this
personality.
video, I don't know.
Yeah. Like, what's his personality? Like, is he humble? Is he... We don't know.
We don't know. We're going to find out. He's
Imagine-
18
We'll
now.
hear the stories.
He's 18.
Yeah.
18, he'll be a nice guy, but Delilah.
Yeah, we'll start hearing stories. We'll know how he really is. Oh, that's good. Well, I mean, dad of the year, party of the year,
Yeah.
just a kid from Akron. You know?
Kid from Akron.
Just a kid's kid from Akron. Just a
That's
kid
what you
from
should
Brentwood.
post. I'm just a kid from Akron. That lives in
That should be his
Brentwood.
hashtag.
That lives in Brentwood.
That should be his hashtag.
And building him in Strasty and Beverly Hills.
Oh my God. Okay, well, props to them. Okay, you want to talk about news?
Yeah.
What's going on? We're fucked. Jobs are strong.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
I knew. So when the Friday jobs report, everyone was anticipating it. I was like, there's everyone now, even like the dumbest person you know, knows
They have to
that
have a
shit has
job.
hit the fan.
Yeah.
That you have to go work.
That's true. That's
So
very true.
what happened? Everyone went back to work. Unemployment rate dipped. It's 3.5%.
That is the worst, best news.
Yeah, and look,
I've
we're
ever
all rooting for the worst news.
Everyone wants destruction.
Well,
so
now that we
you
know, we just got to get it over with.
What's
Yeah.
interesting is how stupid like markets react. Consensus on the street was 260,000 jobs would be added. The data came out, it was 263,000. Had it been 257,000,
Would've ripped.
markets
Market
would have ripped.
Yep.
So we just like erased $1 trillion
For
because
6,000 people decided to show up to fucking work.
Finally.
6,000 idiots. We're just
and
sitting
like how
around.
inaccurate is this data? This is like the dumbest. Like
Why don't they
that's the
fake
real question.
it?
That's the real
Just
question.
make
No,
a
'cause
new number.
It's funny. I sent Dee and our friend Michael Katz like a note from like Goldman Sachs saying they thought it would be 200,000 jobs, not 260,000.
well,
I was-
200 is a big. That's a big.
that's a
difference.
big aggressive like
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's Goldman Sachs. Maybe they know something we don't.
Yep.
They clearly didn't. But separately on Thursday, and I should have like in hindsight realized it. If you noticed, the Fed governors were all over the news all Thursday. Bloomberg, CNBC, you name it, saying like, we're not stopping inflation. We're not stopping till inflation's. I was like, they fucking knew. That's why they did their little press tour. And I was like, God damn it. They knew the jobs report was coming. They
were
knew the
trying
numbers.
to warm people up
Yeah.
to the fact that it was coming.
So markets got shellacked.
Trillion here, trillion there.
For
$1 trillion week
man.
of wealth lost this week.
Yeah.
Of market cap. The other thing that's interesting is this week we have core inflation coming.
Oh God.
Inflation's on fire.
What were we at last? Just I want to know what our benchmark for 8.2.
It was 8.3, I think, last time, and I think they're expecting 6.5. I think it'll be well over 7.
No chance.
No chance. What has gone down in price? Gas is like $76 a gallon.
Yeah,
core
it is.
inflation is removing
Oh, yeah, no.
energy and food.
Okay, no. Okay.
It's rent.
It's just
rent
rent.
is 36% of CPI.
Okay, rent's not going.
I don't think
nobody
rent's
in
down.
the world
Who's paying
just-
less rent today than they were last month?
Let me tell you this. I just got a phone call today from my building that said, "Do you want to renew your lease? We have 2 units." They said it's up.
It's up or down?
It's up 20%.
What? So there's a
20%.
CPI.
We
just fucking short the market.
20%.
Guaranteed.
They're trying to raise my rent
Oh, the CPI print's going to be so high.
Yeah.
right now. I'm like, do you realize I don't even have to be paying rent for the last 3 years? You can't evict me.
Look, 20% at where you live is a significant increase.
Yes.
It's insane.
It's a lot.
It's insane.
And that's what I'm saying is right
They're
now, if they
detaching from
feel
reality.
well, if they feel bold enough to do that, then they're probably getting it.
Yeah, because the demand's there.
Yeah, they think that they could kick us out of 2 units and fill them, as opposed to
I don't think they can. I think that I'm
going to find out.
Yeah.
I'm going to call bullshit. But they think that. I mean, it's the steepest increase they've ever tried to give me.
Is that like illegal?
Yeah, I don't know if it's
Yeah.
legal.
I'll
Because
check.
you're Los Angeles, right?
20%.
It's 3 to
sounds
10%,
insane.
I think, is the max they can do.
Let me look into that.
20's not, if you have a lease,
Yeah.
you can't do 20.
Okay, well, I'm going to reach out
They
to
could
some
do it
lawyers.
if you moved out and the new tenant comes in.
Yeah.
They could do
I
20%.
think that's what they're trying to do. Is like, this is what we would be able to get, so we're
I
going to try
think
to
you're
get it from
getting
you.
bamboozled.
Okay.
In
Well,
LA, you can't do that.
I'll find out tomorrow. The thing is, in LA, like I said, you haven't even had to pay rent for the last 3 years, and it looks
Yeah.
like now you don't have to pay it till next year either. So I mean, I don't even know. I'm getting the short end of the stick here across the board.
Fuck.
I could just be squatting
That's wild.
anyway. But so I don't know. I mean, I have to believe. Let's make our predictions. CPI is going to be
It's got to be high.
sevens,
It's got to be high.
Yeah.
mid sevens.
I don't know. Like, I don't. Okay.
I don't know what's come down.
So there are things that have come down. The proxy will be probably like things like apparel and
Eggs. How are eggs doing?
I think eggs are finally dropping.
Nice.
You know, look, there are certain things that have dropped, but like it doesn't matter if 36% is rent. That has not dropped.
Right.
It's not
Housing prices have not dropped. Like, so I can't think of anything in my life that the price has dropped.
So I know that, for the listener, this is insane to try to make this prediction, but what's your prediction?
So they're saying 6.5,
Yeah. And last was 8.3.
7%. I think it's a blowout number. Market gets pummeled.
I'm going 7.3.
Oh shit!
I'm going, we get destroyed. Honest.
7.3. We're going to 0.
But let's get it over with.
Yeah.
I'd rather them lie and be like, it's 9.2. Let's
Yeah.
fucking crash everything, fire everybody.
15%.
Yeah, it's 6.5 is the predictions,
No chance.
and we're gonna blow right through it.
So you got to do the risky thing. What's your number?
We're in the 7s for sure.
We're
7 handle. I think mid 7s. I'm going high.
7.5?
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
that.
you went
I
high.
like that. Go for
So
destruction.
I think we're just gonna go
Blood and
7.5.
guts.
So we're doing Dow 8,000.
I think
down
I think the
20,000
markets are
points.
gonna lose like another 4 or 5% this week.
I think more. If you 7.5,
We did 4% on Friday.
Yeah,
At least the Nasdaq was down 4%.
yeah.
You know what's so stupid about all of
I'm
this?
shorting everything tomorrow.
It's similar to like politics. Like we shouldn't know who like all these figures are because like politics the government should just be running and us as like normal citizens should not have to worry about who these people are.
Yeah.
Just make sure the life. We should not know who the Fed governors are. We should not know there's a CPI coming out every month.
Yeah.
We should not know these numbers.
Yeah.
We should just be like, okay, fine, like figure this shit out. But
we were
know
like that.
we were, but we know they're so incompetent that we have to pay so much attention to these dumbasses, and like they're cratering the global economy.
Yeah. I mean, this is the first time in my life I've ever even thought about it.
Like CPI.
Yeah.
What the CPI is.
I remember
never
I had a
thought of
screen
it.
printer 20 years ago.
Yeah.
This is a funny story. This is literally 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I know exactly the story you're
He
telling.
goes, I have to raise your prices on printing.
Yeah.
We're printing fucking 50 t-shirts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for what? He's like, well, the CPI came out. It's a 5% increase. So I'm raising my prices 5%. I was like, that's like $60. And every time the CPI would go up, he would raise.
He was ahead of his time.
Yes.
He's probably,
He's probably out of business.
He's in Mexico now, printing still.
Yeah,
but like,
I don't know. I don't know if that strategy worked long term.
No, but he would call me and say, hey, the CPI
That's
is
amazing.
up, and then you raise prices.
That's what we should do.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
You should just
7.5.
email all your customers like CPI 6.5%.
Sorry.
I'm raising my prices
Yeah.
6.5%. Imagine if you could just
well, restaurants just like kind of quietly did that.
restaurants are up 40-50%.
Yeah, 40-50%.
Yeah. Someone was talking
It's
about
unaffordable to eat out.
I was hanging I saw our friend Kevin Gold last night. He said there was a dish at Craig's that used to be like 27, now it's 40 something.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
Are you kidding?
insane.
That's real?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
God.
the what's the famous salad at
McCarthy?
Tantana's?
No.
There's something
Helen.
so
No, that's
whatever
steak.
it is.
That's a steak.
It's like the Nicky Hilton salad. It's
Oh.
like
yeah,
40
Nicky
bucks.
Hilton chopped.
It's like $40.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get a salad for under $50 anywhere in LA after tax and tip. Guess what? I've stopped tipping anywhere where it's like, these pickup, like,
Yeah.
I'm done. I go to zero now. I
Yeah.
used to give $2, $3, $5.
How
$8.
annoying is
yeah.
Toast? Where they bring the thing and it's so awkward with the
Yeah.
waiter standing right there.
Yeah,
when
like
you do the
zero,
tip.
bitch.
Do they like the digital thing? And
Yeah, the digital.
they just watch you.
They watch you.
That's bullying.
Yeah, I got some
I'm telling
acai
you, bro.
bowls today,
That's like
and I
the
hit
aggressive spin.
had a
on the-
big zero.
It's easy when you just have to sign out and be like, you get a bolt out.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
that's Toast developed a software
It's
to
a
make
bullying-
people feel inferior.
Toast is a bullying product.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bullying.
Cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying. It's literally cyberbullying.
Okay.
They want you to feel bad.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I have a feeling it's going to be a rough week.
Yeah, it can't be good.
What's going on with this PayPal stuff? So PayPal's saying that if you post misinformation online,
Yeah.
like on any platform, and they find out or catch you or whatever, they'll lock you out of your money, out of your account, out of your money.
Yeah, so basically what's happening is the internet went crazy the last last kind of couple hours because PayPal came out with this thing where they're fining people with misinformation. They would fine them $2,500 per instance, and then they would lock your account. And
So we would be fucked. I mean, on this podcast alone, do you know how many things we said that panned out to not be right? Or like literally, if you would have said, this is, I think, the scary thing. I don't mean to go into like this
Yeah.
part of the world, so I'll just dip my toe in and then get out really quick. But like 2 years ago, if you would have said that you can still catch COVID if you're vaccinated, that was considered misinformation.
Yeah.
That was like labeled on some platforms.
Yeah.
So are you telling me I wouldn't be able to get my money if I said
Yeah,
that?
exactly. And I think they are basically $2,500 per violation, which can be debited directly from your account. They describe this as a reasonable minimum estimate of PayPal's actual damages in their user agreement. It became like every former PayPal. So PayPal is notoriously known for their PayPal mafia, which are all the people that were the early people at PayPal.
Yeah.
It's
which
a
are-
wild bunch.
It's
pretty insane,
Elon
yeah.
Musk.
Peter
It's
Thiel.
Peter Thiel. It's
Keith-
Max Levinchin. It's
Keith Rabois.
Yeah, it's just
Roll off from Sequoia.
it's the most ridiculous.
yeah,
people.
every single one of them has gone on to done like insane things.
David
Yeah.
Sachs.
Mm-hmm.
And they all just shit all over it, and basically said this is like dictatorship shit.
Sounds like he's got his hands full. He's got to buy Twitter. Now he has to buy PayPal.
I think Twitter could be a payment platform. Why not? He knows payments. Why not just do it?
I mean, he does. He knows everything.
He literally knows everything.
He literally knows everything. This is scary. The problem.
But
This is my
they
biggest
seem
problem.
to have rescinded. It seems like in the last 24 hours, PayPal has then came out and said,
It's scary to me that people that are this smart, that control this much, especially when you talk about people's money, this gets all the way through all the checks and balances, and they say, yeah, we're going to roll this out.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things wrong with this.
Yeah.
I'm all for, like, trust me, I don't want people either that are like lying online or making people believe. I don't either, but it's not possible to police because something that is considered misinformation today. I mean, literally the White House and Rachel Maddow and all these people, and of course, plenty of people on the right too, have made statements that ended up being misinformation during COVID and things that are so confusing and so hard to know. You could get docked.
Yeah.
$2,500.
Yeah. I mean,
But it was rescinded, right? So that's,
but
the real
it
problem
took-
is the spirit of the debate.
the problem
the fact that
is
it's even a debate.
Isn't it scary though?
no, it only got rescinded because they just so happen to have the most powerful co-founders of all time that said, yo, this is terrible.
It seems like we're kind of, that's like the first salvo into how China operates.
Yeah.
What's salvo?
Salvo.
I don't even know what that means.
You know what a salvo means?
No idea.
You don't know the word, the first salvo, or the line, the first salvo means.
Never heard of it in my life.
All right, so you should Google it while we keep talking.
No, but you don't know what it means.
What do you
Explain
mean?
it.
It's like your first, like, line of like attack.
I'm Googling the definition of salvo.
Exactly.
It's your first
I
salvo.
was listening to like salvo.
Google it. I know I'm right.
Is that English?
No, you're 100% right. I realize that I don't.
No, the formal definition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Salvo these.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay, a number of weapons released from one or more aircraft in quick succession,
Yeah, it's first
or a
line of
sudden,
attack.
vigorous, or aggressive act or series of acts.
That's exactly what I'm trying to make my point.
Okay. Well, I
It's
never
the-
heard the word.
It's the first salvo.
But honestly, if someone said to you, "Oh, is that your first salvo?" You would be like, "What?
No.
So
I'd be like, no, I haven't
So
had
I
that
taught
soup.
you 2 words: propinquity.
Is that
I
inflation
taught
related?"
the whole podcast propinquity because no one knew what that was.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Now everyone knows what salvo
Yeah.
is.
Opening salvo.
Salvador Dali.
Okay, everyone get a salvo going tomorrow. Use it in a sentence. Let us know how it goes.
When I have a salvo, I like to have ranch.
I'm more Thousand Island.
See, this is what I'm saying. Misinformation.
Yeah.
Lock your account.
$2,500
You don't put ranch on a salvo. You $2,500. That's what I'm saying. I've said 37 things on this podcast that would get me locked out of Twitter or locked out of PayPal. What were you saying about salvos though?
So my point is that the fear is, if you're willing to do that, what are you going to do next?
Yeah.
And China, we know, has a social
So
credit
is this
score.
like the woke mob?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
This salvo?
Yeah. This salvo is led by the woke mob, I think.
That's salvo. No, but it's just like controlling the population more and more because China has done an incredible job of you can't board a train or a subway or a plane like based on what you've done, socially. And
It's scary, man.
it is scary that it was even potentially an option, especially
That's
when it
what I'm
comes to a
saying.
bank account.
Yes.
One thing, Twitter and terms and services and free speech, like you can go down that rabbit hole, but when it's your actual money,
Yeah. That's what's scary is like, imagine if a bank, I don't know, like it's almost like if you did a lecture, let's just say we did a live podcast and we said something that we were misinformed about, but we said it as fact, which probably has actually happened.
Plenty of times.
And then Bank of America called and was like, your account's locked. And
Right.
you have a $2,500 penalty.
My-
you would be like, where do I live? In some sort of fucking
because I have friends in the cannabis space because this happens all the
They
time.
lose their bank accounts.
Yeah,
all
they
the
lose their
time.
bank accounts all the time. Personal bank accounts. Like I
I
have
know
friends
someone-
still.
I know
Yeah,
someone
still.
2 years ago that rented a property they owned, a warehouse, to someone that was growing legally and got their bank account shut down.
The rentor, the one renting, 2 of them.
Yeah. They got salvoed in the ass.
They got salvoed so
Now
hard.
you know what salvo
They got
means.
the shit salvoed out of them. It's just scary. And my point is, if they just didn't happen to have such a famous, outspoken group of original founders,
that are all free speech guys.
yeah, do they go through with it?
Yeah,
I think,
100%.
yeah.
100%. If Elon Musk and those types of people, if Elon Musk didn't talk about it, they would have gone through
Yeah,
it.
because the cannabis example of a good friend of mine from college, he got locked out of all his bank accounts, and thankfully his partner is a wealthy individual that could actually like give him. He's like, I couldn't even like go to the grocery market. I had no access to money.
And that would happen because you tweeted something you were wrong about.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Okay, well, it's fucking scary. I mean, it's scary.
Yeah, I mean,
But the good news is I think there's so many people that are so against it. I just don't see it ever working. I know people are legitimately scared, like this is going to become a dictatorship, but I just don't see it working. Like,
I don't see
it's
it working either.
If it wasn't them, people would have been so outraged. It's just crazy. There's so many people that are so smart, that are so whatever, that want that. Like, think that that's a good idea. It's crazy.
yeah, it's wild.
Okay. Can you tell me? So I saw this thing like Facebook has a new thing where you can, or Meta, where you can speak or you can write like a description of something and it generates a video.
Yep.
Of what you said. So I could say Dee riding a unicorn through Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
And it would make me a video of
Yeah.
it. There's a lot of these. There's like the AI artists.
Open AI, yeah.
Yeah. There's another one I'm blanking on. I mean, do you guys know anything about this? Like, I'm having trouble getting excited. I want to be excited.
It's very exciting. So I went on OpenAI. I've been playing around with it.
Okay.
You can basically write just so
This
people
guy
understand.
doesn't know what Salvo is.
Yeah.
And he's fucking talking about Dolly.
I'm
He's
not
like,
generative.
Are you a big Dolly guy?
I'm big Dolly guy. I'm a
big
generative AI guy. We don't, in AI, we don't talk about dumbass words like
No.
salvo.
You should say a salvo led by puppies.
You know what they're gonna say
See
if
what
I
it
write
does.
salvo on AI? I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I don't think so. They're going to draw you a picture of a bunch of people charging into battle for the first time.
I will go do it tonight.
Opening salvo.
So I
Yeah.
play around with this all the time, specifically on OpenAI. It's so fucking nuts. Like I typed in the other day, man running on the beach.
That's what came to your mind, huh?
Because that's what I wanted to do.
Top Gun
So
inspired.
Yeah, we watching Miles Teller.
No, I haven't seen the fucking movie yet. I'm
Well, once
flying
you
next
do,
week, so I'll watch
That's all you
it.
got to do is watch the movie.
Yeah,
You'll get what you were
okay.
looking for.
But I was just literally writing.
That's a song, right?
That's what you're looking for. Okay, so man running on the beach. Did you
But
get
I
it?
just and they literally just random beach, random man with dog just showed up, started running, and it just showed me what all these people that have been talking about when it comes to AI, like what actually is we're on the precipice of seeing is that a lot of things are going to be replaced by things like this. So there's AI in text where you can just write like a summary of words of what you want to say, and it will write like a grammatically correct copy of what you want to say.
So can you just tell me this? Because I think this is what everyone's wondering. What will it be? Like, you know how NFTs, like super cool, super promising, but like, I don't think we know what it is yet. What is this? Like, one day are we going to go to the theater and see a movie made by like a description?
No, I think it's more similar to what we're talking about with DOOZOO, where it's like you need copywriting help and you don't know how to write copy. You're going to pay you're going to pay some subscription to some AI company and they're going to do copy for you. That's where I think it ultimately goes. The image piece of it was like it's super interesting, but doesn't have any real use case.
Yeah.
Like it can't replace what like someone like a DOOZOO is doing, where like you can actually get a piece of creative that you need for an ad.
Yeah. So then you can't type in like amazing Instagram ad to sell my toothbrush. And
But
it's like,
I think that's 5-10 years away where like it can happen. We're not anywhere near that today. Today it's just like fun and it has its use cases. So I'll give you my only comparison where I got to see this live for the first time. So one of the founders of DeepMind, I met. DeepMind is a company that Google bought that is like
Basically powering YouTube.
OG
AI.
artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
And I met Mustafa, who started it 10 years ago. We were sitting, I don't know where I first met him. And he showed me how his like basically their software beat a game of Pong.
Yeah.
And
I was there.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Is
And then-
DeepMind the one that won the game of chess too, or no?
Yes, a
Okay.
game of chess and all these types of things. And when you look at it from that perspective, we're like, all right, whatever, he beat some random computer
Yeah.
in chess or random computer and whatever.
Yeah.
Google ended up buying it, and they bought it for $400 million, which is, in hindsight, a steal.
Yeah.
It basically powered what is happening on YouTube with suggestive content and what's possible. So even with like what you're seeing with OpenAI and like DALL-E and like, you know, like you could do like, give me something similar to, so the example in the article is like Van Gogh's Starry Night, like, you know, give me something similar to that. And you see like all these versions of Starry Night.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, one of the most famous paintings in the world.
Yeah.
And it just showing you all these different versions of it. You're like, wow, all unique, first time ever seen. Does it have any like economic value today? No, but you could see where the world is going, where, I mean, think about it from like, you're a student. You're just going to be like, I need an essay on history tomorrow.
Yeah.
Can you knock this
Do you know
out?
what's interesting is like, I think OpenAI is what DeepMind wanted to be, but they weren't rich yet. So they took the Google offer.
Yeah.
Because do you know who started OpenAI? It's a guy named Elon Musk and Sam Altman.
Heard of them.
Who are just... Elon's obviously the richest guy in the world.
Yeah.
Sam Altman's insanely rich as well.
You know who was one of the first investors in DeepMind? Elon Musk.
Yeah. So this is the evolution of DeepMind. DeepMind, by reports, it's like they contribute $20 to $30 billion of YouTube revenue.
Jesus, they bought it for $400 million.
They bought it for $400 million.
They
At the
I
time DeepMind got bought, all it was 65 PhDs, and everyone's
AI.
like, in AI,
And making no money.
they didn't have a product, and Google,
They were just making these games, beating chess players.
Literally.
and
that's what
they saw the
OpenAI
future.
is.
They saw
Wow.
that's what's so like. That's the only industry where this shit happens, where they just see the future,
Yeah.
and people are like, "Why are you buying 65 PhDs for $400
I
million?"
mean, OpenAI is a company that Google needs to buy tomorrow.
No, they can't.
What?
Do you think those guys are going to sell?
$5 billion to buy.
Elon?
No
Not if it's
chance.
Elon.
I think they're already worth like almost 10.
Give $50 billion.
I think they give 200.
I feel like one day you will be able to run a company that would have taken you 20 employees by yourself,
Yes.
like in 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe you need some help from like contractor, the occasional things like what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
But I really feel like that to me feels like the future. Like you
Like
can do all your
copy,
copy.
you should be
You know
able
who should
to
be
do-
scared?
Yeah.
Like, think about all those shows on Netflix, not the elite ones that are like, you know, incredible. Like,
What's
But
an
the-
elite one?
what?
Name an elite show.
Like, no, just
Pressure's
Game of
on.
Thrones.
Is that elite?
Yeah, Game of
I
Thrones. is
feel
elite.
like that is opening. Oh, I need some dorks dancing around in capes and whatever.
You should type
They're
that in
ugly.
tonight. You should try to type in your description of Game of Thrones.
I need some ugly
in
dorks
Yeah.
killing each other.
No, but like, why do you need all these writers for these like random rom-com shows? Like,
Yeah.
it's a very basic formula.
Yeah.
I love it. If that could be
See,
AI, I would
and
watch a
everything-
rom-com every day.
You
No,
literally
like,
have a new one every day.
Think about like every teen show. It's the same fucking formula.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Right?
an incredible formula.
Yeah, they're great shows. I'm
Yeah.
not saying they're not entertaining,
repeated,
but I'm
yeah,
saying you
yeah.
could just repeat this over and over.
Yeah.
Just kind of, they can
I-
replace Hollywood.
I need modern day Jennifer Aniston with modern day Paul Rudd. And
This
they
is
go
40.
on 5 dates.
Yeah.
Just
You
have
could write
This
it,
Is
yeah.
40.
There you go, movie.
You could write it tonight. Give me a 2-hour feature film. I feel like
I need
that,
Kevin
yeah.
Hart. I need The Rock.
I need the Kevin
Yeah,
Hart.
yeah,
One's
yeah.
some One's a cop. They're
Yeah.
doing some crime.
Yeah.
And I need a dog.
I mean, how easy would that be for OpenAI to figure out?
The pictures is really good. It's
But have
really
anyone
fucking
seen
good.
this Meta thing? Because the Meta thing apparently is video like that.
Oh, I haven't seen the video.
Apparently Meta just released one that is, yeah, it's the same thing. You can make, like you can describe something and it makes you a video of it.
You know, I watched Social Network the other day. I watched half of it.
Didn't hold up?
It's terrible.
What are you talking about? It's
It was
incredible.
unwatchable.
I don't think it,
It's not good.
something happened in the last like 3 years, 5 years, not COVID related, 4 or 5 years. It kind of sucks now.
It's
Wait, why? Wait, hold
I don't
on.
know.
Because
I think
I'm
the
still
way-
on that.
It's not
on
like
some-
Big Short. Big Short
Big Short
still holds up.
Okay,
Yeah.
why? What about Social Network
It's just
sucks?
I think
corny.
our perspective has changed.
Yeah.
Meaning,
think-
like Facebook's not cool anymore. That's
I
the
think
only
like
difference.
we used to kind of idolize Facebook and Zuck and like
I still
it's
think
not even
Zuck's
that.
better.
It just They're just like,
But I think we were in the spell of it all. It was like, wow, what a great story about this amazing company and this incredible founder. And I think now it's just kind of like old news, and he's kind of a dick and he fakes jujitsu. Kidding.
Yeah.
And you don't want
That's
those
AI.
hands.
That's AI.
Drama doesn't want those hands.
Kidding. And I just think, I don't know, I'll speak for myself.
Yeah.
I think I sort of I liked the story of it all, and now I just don't really care. And so the movie,
it's unwatchable.
I used to watch
It's
it
not
all the
unwatchable,
time.
but I hear your
It's
perspective that
They're cornballs.
it's not as cool as it was probably 7 years ago.
yeah, like when you don't care about the story. I don't know. I used to watch it all the time. It would always be on, and I would just watch it whenever it was on. I tried to watch it the other day, and I did not. But Big Short holds up,
Yeah, Big Short.
especially
to me,
because like it
Big Short's
feels
amazing.
like
Yeah.
a version of what's happening now.
Well, also it's like actual history. What
Yeah.
Big Short was
so
actually
was
happened.
Social Network.
No,
It just-
but the difference is the financial system was actually at the brink of collapse in 2008. What's different now is Facebook's no longer the king.
No, but
So it's
that's
not as interesting.
No,
But I think
that's not
both
my
were-
problem. The characters, the way they portrayed everyone, it's just fucking corny. It's just a cornball.
I want to watch the TikTok movie.
Yeah.
I want to see how that was created.
Yeah, I could tell
Drop
you
the
how it
top.
was.
try it.
You know what you should do? You should name this after that Kesha song.
You know what's
But they say it in Chinese.
Yeah. You know, on the clock. You know what's not cool? Chinese people's data. You know what's cool? American data. The light bulb goes on.
And then it's
Put
the
that in-
Kesha song.
Put that in OpenAI.
on the clock. Oh my God. Okay. Well, thank you for. No, I'm still confused, but I know it's exciting. It's the same way I feel about NFTs. There's something here. It will be a part of the future. I just can't
You know what
see the jump yet.
The good thing is what's happening in all this AI stuff. It's not about money. It's just cool technology.
Yeah,
That's why I
especially 'cause
appreciate
of
it
the-
way more.
Yeah.
Because the people who are involved are not motivated by money.
OpenAI is Sam Altman.
Yeah.
But just how's it going to be applied? I just want to fast forward and see.
I think it's everything we're talking about. Like, you need to send an email. You need to make a flyer. You need
I
to,
agree.
like, whatever. Like,
But it's too vague. You're being too vague.
but I think it's 10 years away.
I want to see it.
Yeah, I don't think it's anywhere.
You know what's
I wanna see it in
interesting?
action.
Amanda actually told me on Friday night they were going to a restaurant, Marvin, and she just Googled like get a reservation, and Google said, "Can I call and make the
that's
reservation?"
a new feature.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they called and made a reservation.
Yeah.
that's scary.
That's
sick,
AI,
but
bro.
awesome. Yeah, it is.
Tell my wife I am not going to be home till 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And come up with a good story.
I've not seen that
Imagine the
feature.
story.
Is it-
Imagine.
is that
you know what?
big?
He
They
is
go-
running with a man on the beach.
There was
and
he's
won't be
been
home.
running for 16 hours and he got hungover and he's sleeping in Santa Monica.
But I've not seen that feature.
Yeah, it just launched.
That's sick.
That's so sick. That's like an assistant. That eliminates an assistant.
You know what I want to see? It does. You know what I want to see is like, I mean, jobs are fucked,
Yeah.
right?
Powell should be fucking happy.
Yeah.
He
Powell
should be
like,
goose-
can we speed this shit up?
Yeah, he
We
should
can get
let
rid of
Google
all
buy
copywriters?
OpenAI.
Yeah.
He's like, we can get
If
rid of all the
Google bought
copywriter jobs.
OpenAI, will eliminate 10 million jobs.
Like 50 million.
Pal's got to get on the phone.
Yeah.
He could have this shit collapse tomorrow. Okay. Speaking of TikTok, did you see that TikTok is launching a shopping feature?
Yeah, they partnered with is it Talk Shop Live? I think that's or Pop Shop Live, whatever it's called,
Yeah.
the local company. And
They're
This
smart.
is-
Like they're doing a lot of business in the US, you know?
Well,
Like they're
I-
integrating US. They're not, it's not like TikTok's like Chinese,
Talk Shop Live, sorry.
you know,
Yeah.
like, we built out this software locally in China. And, you know, like they're partnering with, I don't know. I just feel like the deeper their tentacles get in, the less likely it's going to get canceled.
I think it's smart that they launched it with an American company.
Yeah.
That gives them some cover.
I agree. And imagine when like the deeper the roots go, now they're responsible for all this revenue for American companies and they have an American blah, blah, blah. It's
Yeah.
just, it's going to be harder and harder to just like when Trump was talking about it a couple of years ago, they could have deleted them off the App Store that day and the
It was done.
kids would have cried for 2 weeks
Yeah.
and it would have been done by now.
That's what Greg, who was on the pod last week, who oversees everything for D'Amelio's, and he was like, There's no fucking way they're ever getting.
No, it's too late.
It's too big.
It's too big.
It's too big.
They wouldn't do that to Charlie.
And I think like when you look at like live shopping in America, there's been blips of it that have shown promise.
Yeah,
but I think TikTok is what's gonna push it over.
I agree.
TikTok will make live shopping exactly what it is in China.
Can't you imagine TikTok could eliminate Shein? Because they could vertically integrate with all the manufacturers, right?
Yeah, but they'll just
own Shein.
That's their cousin.
I know, but
you just own them. They're all owned by the same guy.
Yeah,
it's named G.
Yeah, there you go. He just fucking. This guy's the greatest. Fucking runs the greatest conglomerate.
Xian's actually G's the richest guy in the world by far.
What's it, 600-700 billion?
Easy, more
trillions,
right? Alibaba. If you owned Alibaba, ByteDance.
What's the GDP of
China?
TikTok.
China. That's his business. TikTok stole Be Real. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, they have TikTok now.
Wow.
Exactly, Be Real. So
that's smart.
Taking a page out of the Zuck book.
I love how TikTok. I love how TikTok gets to do this. Like
carte blanche.
Yes.
Salvo.
And already it's bigger.
Salvoing their tits off.
Yeah.
Salvo here, salvo there.
They're just salvoing them in the neck.
They are. I mean, that's a Zuck move. Where's Zuck?
Zuck's too busy fighting.
Look, now, if you click now, it says,
oh my God.
Be the first to post now. And then if I post, it says like, I can see other people's, but I have to post to view.
This is basically their Instagram story moment where they killed Snapchat.
Yes.
Be Real's over.
Be Real's
done.
Over.
I knew it'd be done. It was just, but why didn't Snapchat do it?
Why didn't where's Zuck? Where's Snap? Where's
Zuck's
anyone?
Too busy rolling.
He's rolling. He's what's it called? Drilling?
Drilling, sorry.
He's fucking drilling. Yeah, it sucks. Okay, well, whatever. I mean, TikTok wins at this point.
I think we should just let China buy Facebook, buy Google. They're better engineers.
I mean, we know where D stands. He marched across the stage. He's pledged his allegiance long ago.
I'm down. I want to keep things moving.
I heard he's learning Mandarin during the nights.
Xian. That's my new company.
Okay, let's end with a check-in on all things Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I feel like he's done.
I actually think
he's done now because he alienated the celebrities.
No,
I've always said,
I think it's anti-Semitism that pushed him over. Celebrities,
because he roasted Pfaff, so Pfaff is out. He got rid of the Biebs. Biebs is as big as it gets.
No, but yeah, I get all that. Anti-Semitism does not work in Hollywood. Fucking zero tolerance for it.
So you think that's the last, no
offense, celebrities don't fucking matter. They just don't. They're irrelevant.
But he would have been alienated. He's alienated every famous person. I know,
but like they're as big as Biebs is, just his Kanye's fans don't give a shit about Justin Bieber. They just don't.
But I think they matter for his I think one of the things that kept him alive so long is every time he would do something crazy, like there's just like, I don't know, like the celebrities would kind of rally behind him.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be like, just leave him alone. Like, it's Kanye. He's great. He's a
like
great
Dave
artist.
Chappelle used to stand up for him.
Yeah,
I don't think Chappelle's going to stand up for him anymore.
I think Chappelle and Diddy and them used to like call people that were hating on him, like celebrities, and be like, hey, leave him alone. Like, he's good. And I think they would stick up for him. But this is funny because I always ask, do you think there's anything he could do?
Yeah, this was it.
You think this is it?
I think he's fucked.
What was your guys' take this week when it was all starting? Did you think he was fucked the whole week?
I think early in the week I thought he could do anything he wanted, and then when he did, when he got rid of Puff and Biebs, I was like, oh wow.
No, I mean to me it was the Jewish DEFCON 3 on the Jews. I was like, you're fucked. You're
you
done.
just can't say those words. Like
you just can't.
What is he?
He's banned now officially. He can't do anything on Instagram. He can't do anything on Twitter.
But they're helping him. If you really wanted to like get him out of here, you'd let him keep going. They're helping him by shutting him up.
It's like Trump.
It's like a forced, like, yo, bro, Trump sit a few out.
But Trump kept his kind of mystique by being banned.
Yeah. He every day was digging himself deeper and deeper and deeper. And I think that banning him and him just sitting out for a little bit. I mean, look, I don't know either, but I do think this is definitely the most damage he has done.
Yeah. He's alienated everyone.
This is the first time where I think he's in a box. Whereas every time in the past, it was like
Every
there was a way out.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
it was more
Yeah.
like cultural things. Now he's like attacking people.
Well, now you're just a bigot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a bigot and you look. I think the argument is harder to make this time that he's just a genius.
Yeah.
And like he just seems a little fucking, he needs help.
And
I mean, whoever did
it's beyond
OpenAI is
healthy.
a genius.
No, I think-
that's a genius.
Yeah, it's his name's Elon Musk.
The
and
difference, yeah.
Sam Altman.
Yeah.
But no, I think you can't hide behind mental health anymore when you just say bigoted stuff.
Yeah.
That's how you truly feel, and that's it. You're just like,
I just feel like before you were able to say, or like the super fans, there's still, some will say this, but like, he's just a genius. He's just a misunderstood genius, and you guys need to stop piling on him. I think that this last week, he looked unwell. Like it just crossed over into like,
I don't want to use the word unwell because I think that's
think he's
giving him
just
too
an
much
idiot.
credit.
Okay, fair.
I
I just don't
think-
want to, I don't want to call him crazy because I feel like that's mean. The point is,
Unwell is someone that is unwell, but just because you're unwell doesn't mean you can be a bigot.
fair. I see your point and fair enough. So I would say, let me choose a different word. I think he officially looks, I'll just go with the good old fashioned fucked up. I think that whether you're just a dick or you're mentally unhealthy, or maybe it's a combo of the two, or like wherever that blend is, I don't know. But I think it went into like, that's fucked up. It's not genius anymore. It's like, that's just fucked up.
And like, if you were willing to tweet or whatever you put on Instagram, the anti-Semitism, it's basically deep-seated beliefs, whether you're mentally okay or mentally unwell.
yeah, that's
you
what
actually
you always
believed
felt
it.
that. You always felt
You
that.
always felt that.
Yeah.
Now you just feel like I can say it.
Yeah, that's why I'll go with fucked up, because I think I think he's a little
It's like
bit
similar, like you find out how someone is when they're drunk. It's like, oh, that guy's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
When he has 3 drinks in him.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, what's the prediction?
I mean, I think it's just like a.
He also has just, sorry to interrupt, but just I personally think that cutting ties with Adidas and Gap and this, like, I think he's in a rougher spot than anyone realizes right now, because now he has like very little allies, the least he's ever had, and he has no platforms to like run his shit through. So just operationally, like, how are you getting your product out?
I mean, Adidas said his partnership is under review. Adidas probably has to cut him by the end of the week because of the anti-Semitism.
and after
then
what he
being a
said about
German
Adidas,
company.
I don't understand how. Oh yeah,
They have no choice. He's done. I think he's done tomorrow. Like, I think Adidas cut ties with him tomorrow. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
If they don't short the stock, because that means their business is so bad
yeah,
that they can't. They're like,
They can't
fuck
cut
it.
him.
Like,
Yeah.
we can deal with this because our business is in the toilet.
yeah,
But like, if you're the CEO of Adidas and you're putting up with this shit,
yeah. Because he roasted them for the last. I mean, that
Yeah.
alone, you should have dropped
I don't
him.
care how much money, how much shoes, whatever, like Yeezy slides, like whatever.
Yeah.
You already knocked it off. Just fucking make the knockoff.
Yeah,
And
just call it a
just
day.
keep
do you
going.
think
Yeah.
sales dip for the first time ever?
in Yeezy stuff?
I bet
Just
you,
like the
I bet you it
Kanye
already
orbit.
has. I bet you it has. I bet you it has.
Like the last 2 weeks.
I think a little bit. Yeah, I do. Because Gap he's done with, right?
Gap, he said he's done with. I think they're going to sell out whatever inventory they have and then move on.
I just look. I mean, at the end of the day, I personally, I'm bummed because early Kanye, I thought was the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Even college dropout like that early, all that stuff. Even when I watched the Genius documentary, I was like, damn, man, like that was like,
you had
he
like
was
a
so sick.
reinvigorated feeling about him.
And to be honest, the best thing I think that could happen to him is that he's forced to like sit out for a little bit, or like, sees the impact in his money, or sees and like has to make a change.
Yeah.
Because I think the problem is every time the guy did something insane, it just made him bigger.
Yeah.
So there was never any backlash for any of his.
Yeah.
I said this on the last episode, and 4 years ago, him showing up at the White House with Trump was the most insane thing we could have thought of.
Yeah.
And look at how we've escalated. We
Yeah.
just like fueled him into this.
That's what I'm saying. Because there was no real punishment for that. I'm not saying whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
you
want to get
can go-
political.
yeah, sure.
But I'm just saying, like, everyone was like, "Oh, fuck that," but nothing happened. But you can't go DEF CON on Jewish people.
No.
I think everyone knows you can't.
Yeah. It's just not happening.
You can't on any ethnic group or religion, but
No, you can't at all. But like that, saying that is just, yeah, I don't know. It's a bummer. But look, I think that just like anyone, just like if it was a friend, sometimes you got to let people go through a rough patch to realize.
I think
And who knows? Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's bigger than ever tomorrow. I don't know.
think to kind of like put it all together, do you think there's a famous person in the next 2 weeks that comes up and stands up for Kanye? That's not Antonio Brown.
That's not. What about Donald Trump?
Not Donald Trump, not
Obviously
Tucker.
not Candace Owens, Tucker.
Yeah.
I'm saying like, a pop culture, like a Chappelle.
I think there are people that right now are calling him like there's people that still support him.
The problem is you can't even text him. He's going to post it.
Yeah, that's but Diddy was like, I'm not down all this internet shit, and he posted.
Yeah. I don't think he's banned on TikTok though.
No, he's posting. He's posting on TikTok.
Yeah,
now.
go crazy.
I mean, China must love him.
Use that new Be Real feature. Be real, Kanye. What about what do you guys? What's the room think?
Javier's the biggest Kanye fan in here. Has he lost you yet?
Yeah, I actually didn't know about this anti-Semitic stuff until literally right now. So I'll
What
look
about
into
up
it.
until then?
Up until it's fine. I mean, like
Does anti-Semitism push you
does
over
he
or
lose
no?
you?
that might cross the line.
Might.
I have a feeling it's not going to cross the line because the way he said it, he said like I'm going DEFCON 3 on the Jewish people, but then he said like, and I can't be a racist because technically
Jesus was a Jew.
Yeah, something like that. I think he gave just enough wiggle room that if you're like a real Kanye fan, you'll be like, God, come on.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I have to read the tweets and whatever.
Jeez,
But
you need your research.
yeah, I
don't
got to
trust
do my
us.
research. But yeah, I mean, he's been going kind of downhill for a while now, and it's kind of crazy. The beard looks bad. I don't know.
See, doesn't he just seem like, once again, I can't think of a better word than fucked up, but doesn't it just seem like he's just not,
It's not it.
it's not cool anymore? Like there's something more to it that we need to maybe,
Yeah, I don't know. He's
yeah.
not as cool as he used to be, but still, if he like texts me or something, I'm there.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean,
Not that he would.
Yeah.
Because they're idiots.
Anyone else have anything?
As a PJ,
Yeah.
I would say
PJ means what?
Persian Jew.
I know
Yes.
what that means, but I'm
As
saying
a Jew,
for
I
people.
would say I'm not gonna throw out my Yeezys yet, but like I'm definitely not wearing my Yeezys this week.
This
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
You
That's
know?
fair.
Especially because Yom Kippur just happened.
Yeah,
Maybe in 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's insane for
That's
a Jewish
insane. How do
person.
you
Wouldn't even
At
throw
what
his
point do you
Yeezys.
draw the fucking line?
I mean, like you get it. Like you've dealt with a bunch of racism. Like I've dealt with a bunch of anti-Semitism all my life. Like there's just like a level we put up with and we don't care. And like this had like
so you're okay with it?
Like Whoopi Goldberg is still doing The View. You know what I mean? Like I don't care about Kanye. His
Yeah.
shoes are sick as fuck.
Jordan, has he lost you?
He's getting there.
But no one's actually
Okay, so
said
maybe he's gonna be bigger than ever.
But this I will say the thing that's so scary is this is the first time,
that
correct
people
me
are
if I'm
even
wrong,
willing.
anyone, but that anyone even sort of said like, he's getting there. Like it's not looking good. Before it was just like, fuck yeah, it's my boy.
So I guess the counter is basically like if he came out and just started acting normal.
He's
Does he want
not
everyone
capable
back?
of doing that, so it doesn't matter.
That's the question. Could he say like, yo, shit,
Yo, I
that
had
was-
a bad 2 weeks. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Good morning.
I think he's fine. I think if that happens, he's fine. Yeah. The question is, I think over the last like years, like few years, it's got worse and worse and worse. And so I just don't see him like doing that as a thing. I think we have a little bit of time and then there's something else that's like, ugh. I think with the way things are going with like the kids and like he kept saying like, but you didn't stick up for me when Kim stole my kids. And it just feels off the wall. It feels like this isn't going to a good place. And it feels like you're going to get like the next thing is like a restraining order. And then there's going to be a this. And it's just, he's going to end up being perceived as like not cool, crazy genius, but like someone needs to actually help this dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I mean it's fascinating because this is all public. I know it's kids, but like you come off a weekend like this, Sierra Canyon tomorrow. You have Bronny.
Are those kids? Is his kids?
Yeah, it's Kurt. The Kanye.
Who goes to fucking the Scientology school? None of them?
Donda?
Yeah.
I think they
None
go
of
like
them.
once a
They're
week.
all at Sierra. That's all public information, even though I know privately that they all go there, but like you can Google it. What
I
if,
feel
what
so
if Monday
bad.
drop off, huh?
What if-
Bronny coming off.
I mean, bro, they said they had, I saw it on TikTok. There was photos or video of Kim and Kanye both at fucking like North's basketball game at Donda Academy.
Yeah.
And Kanye wore the shirt.
Why lives matter?
Yes. Like imagine that. Imagine like you're trying to parent your kids or that's your dad and like you can't just like leave the shirt for your kids high school
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever
Whatever
game.
grade she's in basketball game. Like you got to even bring the shit there.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for those kids.
Yeah. It's rough.
It's just a rough way to grow up. Okay. That's it.
We got a shout out.
We got a shout out.
We got a shout out from Melbourne
I like the subject.
to self from Nikita Fernandez. She's our number one ambassador in Australia.
Big Australia episode today.
Yeah, very big.
Zed. A lot of Zeds.
A lot of Zed.
Zed are alive.
So Nikita is a co-founder of a disability tech startup. She was recently awarded a $50,000 development scholarship. She's coming to the U.S.
Amazing.
for 3 weeks, and she wants to meet with amazing founders in tech, healthcare, and social impact. And of course, she's here Saturday, October 29th through October 31st. Hopes to meeting us. You come on the pod on Sunday,
Nice.
or come to Run Club Saturday.
Nice.
And we'll hear all about what's going on in Australian tech. Great. Congratulations, Nikita, on the 50K. Big money.
Did you read her subject?
I didn't see it. Hustling for propinquity from
Oh, I
Melbourne.
like that. Propinquity.
Yeah.
Opening salvo.
Yeah, start typing
Next
salvo
time
to
is
the future.
salvo.
Yeah.
I'm here
You
to
should-
salvo the three of you.
If you send us a shout out for I don't know I don't like how that sounds. Okay, well, congrats on the 50K and enjoy your trip and hopefully we see you
All right.
on your opening salvo.
Don't salvo us if you come.
Please don't salvo us. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, that's it. Guys, thanks for listening. We're going to have a hell of a week. So everyone buckle your seatbelts.
Core.
We got some
We're all going to lose money.
CPI. We got hopefully Kanye on TikTok. We got what seems like a market crash. So buckle up and we're going to have a lot to talk about on the pod. See you later.